Good day, community. We decided to present Draft 2 in a different way. We wanted to bring you into the conversation of reducing the budget so that we could at least try to get as close to being under the tax cap as possible. So I want to bring you into our conversation and just to hear what the reduction process sounds like. So if you may recall, a few weeks ago we presented Budget Draft 1 for the 2018 and the 2019 school year. So this is Budget Draft 2, and you'll hear what we've done since the last time you've heard from us. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Valenti, our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction and Personnel, and our Assistant Superintendent for Business, Mary O'Neill.
Thank you, Dr. Trace.
So the last time we spoke to the community, we were over budget by 4.8 million?
Just under 4.8 million.
Just under 4.8 million, and we've done some work since then. But I want to remind the community of what it is that we're focused on for this particular budget. I know that we have a very strong curriculum focus this time around for our budget. I can't say this time around. We've always had a strong curriculum focus. But this time we have a program that we'd like to bring into the school district for the September 2018 school year. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Sure. Specifically, the most important program we're focusing on for next school year, and the community already has seen this program in its initial stages through the PowerPoint of Draft 1, is called OUT, or the Advanced Learning Program. Sure. And as a side advertisement, if I may, on Monday, March 19th at 6:30 p.m. at the Highview School, we're going to have a parent presentation on the OUT program for all students, kindergarten through 6th grade. Please do come if you haven't already calendared it. Again, Highview, 6:30 p.m. on Monday, March the 19th. But about the OUT program, it is specifically designed as part of the narrative for Greenburgh, which over the past few years we've been looking to challenge students more effectively. Whether it's the International Baccalaureate program at the high school level, the diploma program specifically of IB, or be it the honors pathway that we're looking at middle school and high school. Now we're looking at kindergarten through 6th grade, and how are we going to challenge students beyond their comfort zone? How are we going to create a program that would allow certain students who may feel that they are not fully engaged through the current curriculum to be even more engaged? So OUT is that program, and we will be dedicating funds in the budget to hiring appropriate number of staff, as well as engaging some of our own teachers, securing materials, supplies, and equipment in order to make that program happen at Jackson, Highview, and the Bailey schools. And we anticipate at least one cohort per grade level in each of those 3 schools.
So Dr. Valenti, I believe during Draft 1, of course the community can ask us questions by going to budget 201819 at greenburghcsd.org, asking questions. I believe a community member asked us a question about OUT. And are we increasing staff for OUT? You might want to answer that question publicly.
I do. Because it's a new program, there will be a slight increase in staff. We can't do it with no increase in staff. On the same token, there are going to be some retirements at the Bailey School. So that will allow us to hire only 2 teachers to adequately staff the OUT program and obviously replace the staff members who are retiring. So there's a net increase in the budget for 2 slots. And the OUT program from K to 6 will require approximately 4 teachers. So the short answer is yes, it's a small increase, and we're looking for offsets in other ways, not just the retirement, but there are reductions in teacher aides as well as teaching assistants. And I think those reductions more than offset any investment in personnel throughout.
Okay, and those reductions are based on retirement, so I want to make sure that that's clear, that those reductions are based on retirement.
Teaching assistants are retirements. Correct. I believe the number is 5, and we can reassign TAs within the schools in order to adequately cover particularly teaching assistant with special education responsibilities, right?
Fantastic.
Right. The teacher aide retirements that we're looking at, or the teacher aide reallocation we're looking at, may be able to be done in other ways in terms of needs of one-to-one aides, and we're seriously studying that. And we could be consolidating some aides from one-to-one to 1 to 2 students, but that's a work in progress.
Sure. And of course, all decisions will be based on the IEP, and we will never
Correct.
violate what is specified in the IEP.
Right.
But going back to the 2018 and 2019 budget, we have 3 main foci for this particular budget. 1, to improve safety and security, that is always our #1 priority. To increase school performance, obviously, that is our priority here at the school district, and also to enhance student achievement. And Dr. Valente spoke very briefly about the OUT program as well as the International Baccalaureate program for our high school. So, Mrs. O'Neill, at our last budget presentation to the community, we presented a budget to $4.7 million. What do we do?
Well, we're actually about halfway there, Dr. Chase.
Okay.
As Dr. Valenti mentioned, we had some retirements. We're actually able to reduce the budget by about $267,000 due to retirements that we will not need to replace. Further review of the budget from draft 1 to draft 2. We had several new staffing requests district-wide that would enhance different programs that we felt that we could remove. So we're removing several different positions from the prior budget.
Right. But those particular programs will not have any negative effect on the students, am I correct? Those requests?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Dr. V, I don't, no.
No, in a word.
Right.
Absolutely not. And that's actually
Good, because that's right, because we have a focus on student achievement
Yes.
and improving performance. All right.
And that actually results in a $406,000 reduction.
Oh, wow.
We also, in budget 1, we were looking to possibly replace our current existing student database.
Sure.
And it's decided that we don't need to do that, so we can remove that. We'll
Sure.
remain with eSchool,
Yes,
Right.
eSchool Plus.
eSchool Plus.
Okay.
And that's a savings of about $120,000.
Okay.
We also looked at some equipment requests. And again, when we started draft 1, we asked everybody what everybody wanted, and everybody would like a lot.
So what you're saying is that draft 1 was really a wish list.
Absolutely.
Aha.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we removed about $292,000 in equipment.
Okay.
I will say that the places where we pulled the equipment from, we brought them back. We did reduce it, but they're still above what they currently have this year.
Okay.
So one big area was operations and maintenance, but they're still getting more next year than they have this year.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Good. So we still have enhancements nonetheless.
We still have enhancements.
Okay.
I
Great.
think the way I look at it, if I may, is reallocation of resources. I mean, our mutual goal, and I'm sure you've said this 1,000 times, is to keep the budget under the cap.
That's important. That's
In order to do that, and it's necessary and absolutely necessary to do that, what we're doing is we're taking money that have not been spent necessarily in the way that best enhances students' welfare and academic achievement, and reallocating those funds to investing in programs like IB, like ALP, et cetera. So that's really fundamentally what's at work here.
So, and I appreciate you just clarifying that. I also understand, Mrs. O'Neill, that there were lots of requests on the wish list for all sorts of enhancements around the district. How did we address that?
Well, we did have quite the list of requests from the buildings,
Okay.
ranging anywhere from additional signage to replacing some ceiling tiles to some painting in the district.
Okay.
And I guess in anticipation of a future building project, we believe it's best that we remove them from the actual budget and put them out as a separate building project.
Okay.
And that's about $1.2 million.
But you know what? Every year we get this long wish list about these particular items, and every year we still paint. Every year we still enhance the office areas. Every year we still adding new tiles, and the custodians are very, very proud to show them off anyway. So what you're talking about probably is a larger future building project that will address some of the other wish list items that have come from the schools. Is that what you're speaking about?
Yes, we still have some painting involved for the various schools, but as an example, it might be a large gym that they would like painted. That could be rather costly if we're painting the large gym. Now, something like that is not built into our budget. But the classrooms, if they need offices painted, we have that. We have that.
All right, good. So draft 2 expenditures, and I'd like to show this slide to the community as you're speaking on this.
Okay. Well, we started out draft 1 with a $73.4 million budget. Our reductions that we've made that we've just discussed were about $2.3 million. Draft 2 actually is $71,039,976,000. That gives us a tax levy of $4,111,17. It's a levy increase of 7.12%, and in order to get under the cap, we still need to reduce another $2.3 million.
So we need to sit down again in this very office and have the same process of what we can probably do without in the 2018-2019 budget, without taking from instruction, without taking from safety and security, those two being our primary focus. Okay, so you're speaking about $2.3 million more. All right. Reduction.
Or
So-
an increase in revenue.
For an increase in
It could be-
revenue.
It could be a combination of.
So is
And I
the,
think you're looking at state aid, right?
We're
It's one of
waiting
the-
we're waiting for state aid, although that hasn't come out yet.
okay, so that has not come out.
It's not, well, until the budget is adopted,
Right.
we can't give you final state aid numbers.
Okay, so this could very well change.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so what else, Ms. O'Neill?
Well, we're going to continue on reviewing the program staff, and as Dr. Valeni suggested, we're actually sending out our RFPs and our bids. And then we're looking at some other possibilities of maybe sharing some services with local districts.
Mhm.
We're reviewing our current contractors or contracts that we have and seeing if we can reduce any expenses there.
Shared services, it's very attractive. Are you going to be in communication with other school districts about the possibility?
We actually have a meeting scheduled Friday.
Very good, so we're moving full steam ahead.
Yes, we are.
Fantastic. I just want to again remind the community that they can ask questions just about our dialogue and our discussion. And we will, of course, post those questions. And again, as we did earlier, speak to your questions and provide the answers explicitly. Please email us at budget201819@greenburghcsd.org. Again, please email us at budget201819@greenburghcsd.org. I'd like to thank the community for joining in on our discussion. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned a little bit more about the budget process and what we do here at the Greenburgh Central School District to ensure that our students are safe, that they're secure, and they have a sound world-class education. So we ask you again to please email any questions that you have, and please look for draft 3. Once again, I want to thank the community for their support. Last year, they passed the budget by a 74% margin. I know that as a result of it, we brought in a fantastic Mandarin program. We look forward to bringing in the OUT program for our advanced learners. So please, again, thank you, and we look forward to your questions.